Nelson, it's Diane. I'm responding to your discussion of the poorly informed walrus of our lesson that we had to answer regarding what barriers to communication are evident in the fable. As I was reading your discussion, I've got to say that you really summed it up really well. I think you touched on a lot of things that really are in everyday, especially like the workforce. I think that that has a lot of things where communication sometimes is a little hard to, work with different people, different ideas, different ways of getting their things across, and really pinpointed that really well. And also how you touched in your quote that people who view things differently could have issues communicating. That really stands true with the discussion, with the fable that we had to read. I think that there was a lot of interpersonal barriers in the case of the old man, because of his personality, the way that he, I think, saw himself within himself and within the other walruses, that he just had a hostile and temperamental personality and just didn't really have that management skill to know how to work in a group. For Basil to take on a lot of the communication, him being the sender of the information for the. Another thing I think that in this case of one of the communication barriers was the fact that it was done in a formal channel, meaning that Basil, he seemed to have been the one that was chosen to speak to the old man, by him being second-ranking walrus. So I think it went by the chain of command. So the other walruses obviously felt comfortable in talking to him, knowing that he would know how to maybe speak to the old man and know how to lay low the information that he needed to give the old man. Fortunately, he was even very limited with what he communicated. Also a lot of the nonverbal occurrences, meaning that a lot of the body gestures and physical gestures of the old man, that also came across a lot, by him just being one that when anybody would come to him to give him any type of news, he had the reputation of just giving a certain look, a certain body language, which was then interpreted as not approachable. So that was another method of just nonverbal communication. And also, regarding the feedback which communicates how one feels about something that another person has done or said. The feedback that Basil went to the old man and, at the end, and basically without too much detail, let him know that the herd had left. And unfortunately, since it was the lack of the old man's communication and really getting to know what was going on in his herd, he was, shocked to know that they had all left. So how you said that it's just something where it's really how you summed it up also. It's just that everybody communicates in a different way, and to sometimes come across someone that has a hostile temperament in opposed to someone who's more passive, there has to be that boundary, that barrier, that magnet that tries to put them together, so that way they can come to a clear understanding. And that sometimes can take time, but the encoder, the receiver, the sender, everyone plays a part and it's really interesting. It was really interesting to read your discussion, and thank you very much, and good luck.